The number that wouldn't stop growing. January 14th, 1944, 0230 hours. Berlin, Wilhelmstrasse, Reich Air Ministry. The room smells of stale smoke and damp wool. Maps cover the walls, their edges curled from heat and stress. A single desk lamp burns low, throwing long shadows across rows of figures typed in neat columns. Outside, the city sleeps uneasily, flinching at distant anti-aircraft fire. Inside, silence hangs heavy, the kind that presses on the ears. General Oberst Erhard Milch, Inspector General of the Luftwaffe, leans forward. His fingers drum once on the table, then stop. A clerk clears his throat and reads the final line again, slower this time, as if pace might change meaning. United States aircraft production for December 1943, 8,964 combat aircraft. No one speaks. You can almost hear the numbers settling into the room, not exploding, not shouting, just sitting there, immovable, like a weight placed carefully on the chest. Milch doesn't look up. He already knows the next column. He's memorized it on the walk from his car. German losses, same month, 2,200 aircraft destroyed. Fighters, bombers, trainers, gone. For a moment, the math doesn't register emotionally. It's just ink, paper, numbers. Then it does. The Americans replaced 4 planes for every one Germany lost, and that was after bombing raids, submarine threats, labor shortages, and Atlantic shipping risks. 4 to 1. And they were accelerating. Milch exhales slowly through his nose. He has seen shortages before: fuel in 1941, pilots in 1942, aluminum in 1943. But this is different. This isn't a shortage. This is inevitability. Across the table, a junior staff officer shifts uncomfortably. He has been awake for 20 hours, tracking sortie losses from Bremen to Schweinfurt. He knows what's coming next. Milch finally looks up. Read the cumulative totals. The clerk swallows. Total U.S. aircraft produced in 1943, 96,318. The lamp flickers. Someone adjusts their collar. Almost 100,000 aircraft in a single year. Not projected, not planned, built, delivered, flown. For a split second, Milch's mind betrays him, not with strategy, but with imagery. Hangars stretching beyond the horizon, assembly lines that never sleep, engines rolling forward like shells in a breach. He thinks of the Reichsfactories, bombed, dispersed, hidden in forests and tunnels, women and teenagers replacing skilled men, parts delayed by rail lines that no longer exist. He thinks of pilots, boys really, climbing into cockpits with barely 30 flight hours. Then he thinks of the Americans, pilots with hundreds of hours, fresh squadrons rotating in untouched, replacement aircraft waiting before losses even occur. The realization lands softly. That's what makes it terrifying. This war will not be decided by a single battle in the sky. It will be decided by a spreadsheet. Milch pushes back his chair and stands. The room stiffens instantly. Rank still matters here, even as reality erodes everything else. He says, "Leave us." The clerks gather their papers and exit. Boots echo down the corridor. The door closes. Now only senior officers remain. Men who once believed air power could decide wars in weeks. Men who watched Warsaw burn, Rotterdam collapse, France fold under Stuka sirens. Milch turns back to the table. He says, "They are not matching us, they are outgrowing us." No one argues, because every man in the room has felt it, not just in reports, but in the air. American bombers coming back after losses that would have crippled any other air force. New markings appearing over Germany faster than old ones disappear. Factories destroyed, and then attacked again, because the bombers never stop coming. The statistic is quiet. It doesn't scream like flak bursts or bomb whistles. It just keeps increasing. A colonel speaks carefully. Perhaps intensified fighter interception. Milch cuts him off with a raised hand. We are shooting them down. That is the problem. Silence again. Shooting them down isn't enough. In the past, losses meant something. Attrition bled armies dry. Numbers mattered. But now, the Americans are playing a different game. They are not counting victories. They are counting output. And output does not panic. It does not tire. It does not retreat. Milch walks to the window and pulls the curtain aside. Berlin lies dark beneath him, lights dimmed against bombers that still find their targets anyway. Somewhere far to the west, factories hum through the night. In Detroit, Seattle, Los Angeles, places untouched by war, places turning raw material into inevitability. For the first time, the truth crystallizes fully. Even if Germany shoots down every bomber tomorrow, the month after will bring more. More planes, more crews, more pressure. The war in the air has quietly crossed a line, and no one in this room knows how to cross back. Milch pledges back his chair and stands. The room stiffens instantly. Rank still matters here, even as reality erodes everything else. Behind him, the numbers remain on the table, calm, precise, merciless. A statistic that does not need propaganda, a number that does not negotiate. And soon, the men flying for Germany will feel it. One empty airfield, one missing replacement, one last sortie at a time.